Welcome to my pro bike check. Now, if you watch any GMBN videos, you will probably have seen me shredding on this machine because it is one sick bike. And before I talk too much, I'm going to get straight into the spec and show you guys around. To kick things off, I'm going to have a look at this frame. It's carbon fiber, it's a Canyon Strive, and it's been designed by Fabian Barrel, who himself has got a number of Enduro World Series wins. So this is Canyon's really high-end Enduro bike that you can take to the races, you can go out on epic rides, and most of all, you can just have a lot of fun. It's got 160 millimeters of travel, you've got that shapeshifter, a 66-degree head angle, and a 1200 millimeter wheelbase. So it is one absolutely shredding machine that you can just take into the mountains and have a lot of fun with. Suspension, both front and rear, is covered by Fox. So up front, I've got 170 millimeters of travel, different to that 160 millimeters on the rear. It's a Fox, it's a 36 RC2 version. So you've got an air sprung fork with high and low speed compression, rebound adjustment. And on that low speed compression, I'm running 14 clicks on. High speed has got 4 clicks on, and I've got 77 PSI in the air chamber. The rebound is got 9 clicks on, and then moving on to that rear shock, it's also handled by Fox. So you've got the Flow X shock right there. It's got a 6 millimeter volume spacer in there just to make it ramp up as it progresses through the travel. And it's all Kashima coated to make it super smooth and give me that compliance that I really want when I'm digging the bike in to get as much grip as possible. Okay, so we've been over some of the bike. Now let's take a look at my cockpit. And I'm running a 50 millimeter Renthal Apex stem and then a set of Renthal FatBar bars. These are 780 millimeters in width. I'm 189 centimeters. So for me, that feels absolutely perfect. You've got a set of these Ergon grips. They're the GD1s, brand new. I absolutely love them. These are the thicker version and they just give me a little bit more damping through my hands. They don't get really sore on those longer descents. Brakes are covered by Sram. They're the Guide RSCs. You've got an X01 shifter, and over here you'll find my Crank Brothers remote for the dropper post, and then this button right here, that's for the shapeshifter, but we'll get onto that in a little bit. The Strive has got 27.5 inch wheels, and the wheel set that I'm actually running on this, it's a Reynolds, it's a Carbon Enduro wheel set. Carbon has been absolutely awesome for me. It's really transformed how the bike rides. It's so stiff, and when you push the bike into the turns, it feels awesome. But that's also partially down to the fact that these have got a 28mm inner diameter, just to give the tire profile a slightly different feel. It gives it a bigger volume, so on those impacts, it's got more area to push through the tire. And the tires, well, they're covered by Schwalbe, both front and rear, but different models. On the rear, it's a Hans Dampf from the Trailstar compound, and on the front, I've got a Magic Mary. It's a first ride, but it's also Vertstar compound. I've got 22 PSI in there and 28 PSI in there. Drivetrain is primarily handled by Sram, and if we come on and have a look at this cassette, you can see it's a massive wide range run. So it goes all the way from 10 tooth up to 42 tooth, and what that 42 tooth really allows me to do is to put it in an easy gear to climb to the top of the mountain and preserve as much energy as possible for the downs. You've got a Sram X01 mech, and then the crankset, well, that's from RaceFace. It's a Next SL, 170 millimeters in length, and it is one of the lightest on the market right now. 34 tooth chainring, narrow wide from RaceFace too, and then you've got an MRP TopGuide just to keep the chain on as much as possible. And then Crank Brothers stamps. These are the flat pedals that I absolutely love, and they are in size large. So other things about this bike, and one thing that I haven't spoken about yet, is the shapeshifter. Now what this actually does is with the lever that's on the bars, it just changes the geometry of the bike ever so slightly, but enough that when you're climbing to the top of that hill, it makes a little substantial difference. So it changes the bottom bracket height just by a little raising it, and then when you click that on, what actually happens is the fact that the head angle gets a little bit steeper just by 1.5 degrees, and it makes it more efficient for you to get to the top. Other neat finishing touches are the fact they've got a bottle cage from Toe Peak, and then you've got this Crank Brothers Highline seat post. It's got 125 millimeters of infinite drop, and that is connected to an Ergon Enduro saddle with carbon rails. Well, this bike has certainly been around the world with me. One of the best trips I've taken on was when I went on holiday to Portland and then down to Santa Cruz. We had an absolutely rad time and got some cool pictures, which I think will be on display now for you guys to see. And if you want to watch some more videos from GMBN, then I suggest that you click right here to subscribe, because you'll never miss one. And a video that I really enjoyed making on my Strive right here is how to stop faster. And then an epic ride from the Ireland Enduro World Series is right here. Don't forget, if you think that this bike is a super nice, then give it a thumb up like.